shoes, and I certainly have.
Support for This American Life comes from Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that lets you create a beautiful website with award-winning templates and award-winning 24/7 customer support. For a free trial and a special offer, go to squarespace.com and enter code AMERICAN.
Nobody tells people who are beginners. I really wish somebody had told this to me. Is that all of us who do creative work, like, you know, we get into it, and we get into it because we have good taste. But it's like there's a gap that for the first couple of years that you're making stuff, what you're making isn't so good. Okay, it's not that great. It's trying to be good. It has ambition to be good, but it's not quite that good. But your taste, the thing is that you're into the game, your taste is still killer, and your taste is good enough that you can tell that what you're making is kind of a disappointment to you. You know what I mean? A lot of people never get past that phase. A lot of people at that point, they quit. And the thing I would just like say to you with all my heart is that most everybody I know who does interesting creative work, they went through a phase of years where they had really good taste, they could tell what they were making wasn't as good as they wanted it to be. They knew it felt short. It didn't have this special thing that we wanted it to have. And the thing I'd say to you is everybody goes through that. And for you to go through it, if you're going through it right now, if you're just getting out of that phase, you gotta know it's totally normal. And the most important possible thing you could do is do a lot of work. Do a huge volume of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week or every month you know you're gonna finish one story. Because it's only by actually going through a volume of work that you're actually going to catch up and close that gap. And the work you're making will be as good as your ambitions. In my case, I took longer to figure out how to do this than anybody I've ever met. It takes a while. It's going to take you a while. It's normal to take a while, and you just have to fight your way through that. Okay?
For WBZ Chicago, it's This American Life. I'm Ira Glass. Coming up, perfect match. Is it possible to have a perfect match with someone? Let's find out after this break. Stay tuned.
Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow.
Yeah, thanks for interviewing me. Said it's gonna be like 2-3 minutes long, right? Yeah, right. I can jive with that. I don't need to introduce myself. I've seen a lot of shit, you know? Been a lot of places. People know me. Into every generation there is born a chosen one. Someone to fight the vampires, the demons, the darkness. They are the Cupid. I bet you thought Joss Whedon wrote that for Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the 1990s. You'd be wrong. Joss stole a lot. Stole a lot. A lot of things are stolen from past generations. But you gotta know that. You gotta know that. Here's the thing, you know. A lot of people think Cupid's just a chubby little baby. We grow up, man. Yeah. I mean, oh, okay. Sure, I mean, I can start there. Yeah. My favorite loves of the past? Oh. I'd have to say Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, they were real. Oh yeah, everybody thinks they died from that poison stuff, but I know the truth. And I mean, maybe we should just keep that for a private conversation, you know? We'll keep that in private. I don't know if I should say it out loud. Mercutio, though. Sometimes the real story isn't written, you know what I mean? Anyways. Yeah, me? Yeah, I've done some stuff. Like, I've seen a lot. I told you earlier. Oh, you mean my biggest accomplishment? Probably Michelle and Barack. Yeah, but I mean, everything I do is a hit. I mean, you've seen all my hits. I'm just like, boom, there's a love hit. Boom, there's a love hit. Boom, there's a love hit. You know? I don't not make hits. It's interesting. It's interesting because I did grow up in the 90s. I went through puberty. It's a weird thing for Cupid, going through puberty. What they don't tell you is you get to choose where your wings go. I grew up in the 90s. Thought it'd be cool to put it in my lower back. Called it a tramp stamp, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that anymore. You know, as Cupid knows, and as everybody knows, you know, love changes, and we start to figure things out. You know, maybe not at the time, but we eventually get there. Love grows too, not just Cupid. Yeah, you know, it's also a lot like music, you know. Music these days are 4 bars, repetitive, catchy, repetitive, 4 bars over and over again. It's like 1 bar, but you get my drift. Do 4 of those in a row and then just keep going. They don't look back to the past, you know, man. You know, they don't jive with that. They don't learn. They don't learn from the past. What happened before. That's where the real stuff happens. Love and music are a lot alike. You gotta look to the past to find out where you're going in the future. Because if you don't know the past, then damn. Love is a lot like jazz, you know. I mean, think about your heart. Normally, it's just going. But then once you see that person you love, it's just like. Scatting all over the place. It's jazz, man. Yeah, I've seen a lot, man. We should probably keep a lot of this in private, you know. Yeah, thank you.
And let your arrow go.
Wow, sorry, I'm just listening back to the recording, and it's very much just like Motown. And as it turns out, that is exactly the sound of love. And of course, you are the demigod. So you know that makes sense. That makes sense that you would sound that way. But it's interesting. It's interesting that you would sound that way. It's just interesting.
Hey, is something jabbing you wrong?
Look, I'm just a Jewish boy from New York. I don't know. I don't know Jack and Jack. I'm just used to. So yeah, that's what I'm used to.
Seems like you're in a little bit of a shell, you know?
How do you mean?
Oh, I mean, like, you're a shell. On the outside, you've got like a crunchy coating.
But that's what a shell definition is.
Yeah?
Literally you just said? What you just said.
What do you feel like?
Definition of a cell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a show. But what's on the inside? That's what really counts. Am I allowed to smoke in here? Doesn't matter, I'm Cupid.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, no, but again, you are a demigod in the pantheon, so of course you can do what you like in the WEZP studios here in Chicago. You can do what you like. I'm used to being the one asking questions. Normally, I'm not the one.
Oh, I realize. I can tell by your office.
Is it the feng shui stuff, or is it just simply because of who I am as a person?
Is there feng shui?
Well, that was episode 5 of season 6.
You still recording this?
No, I would tell you if we were recording this, just like for union reasons.
Then maybe we should get into it.
So where do I sit? I know where the guests sit, but I don't know where I sit.
I think you get to choose. You want to be the guest? You're the guest. You want to ask me something? Ask me something. But I'd rather get underneath that crunchy outside. You know, like one of those munchies where there's like the chip around the outside of the nut, and you really want the nut, but there's that chip on the outside, which is good. I'm not saying
It's so
bad.
good. It's so good. I'm not
so
saying it's
good.
not good. I've seen that at a local bodega that I for sure live nearby. I only feel comfortable though, kind of doing these things, you know, in the dark. Would you mind talking to me in the dark right now?
You know, I don't mind the dark. I don't mind the light. I keep away the dark.
I mean, you were
And
just
vampires and demons. Yeah. Go ahead, shoot. Turn them off.
Okay.
Oh, mood lighting.
I literally just said this was gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. Nobody said all Cupid's IQs go up.
But I find that so interesting. Talking about IQs in the sense of humanity, but you are someone who is clearly above the idea of humanity. You are a demigod, not fully a god, not fully a human, but you're somewhere in between. So what's that like for you?
I mean, what is it like for you to interview me?
Well, it feels like I'm trying to get an idea of what it's like to be someone outside of myself. I feel like.
That's right, play the game, Ira.
Okay, what game are we playing right now?
Game of love, baby.
Game of love.
Game of love.
So what game of love are we playing right now, you and me?
Well, I'm playing your game.
What's my game?
Oh, that's not for me to decide.
That's literally your job.
I'm well. A lot of people get that mixed up. They think it's just an arrow. Mixed up with mythology and things that, you know, happen in real life.
So what is it like? Is it Neptune who's saying like, oh, come to the sea, you'll find out what love is, or like what is it?
Oh, I thought you were talking. Neptune. I met a lot of people. We shouldn't talk about him.
Well, I mean, we could if you wanted to, but it's fine. You know, part 2.
I want to talk about you, Ira.
Greek gods coming at you. Coming up next on This American Life. Gods are Greek, but their ideals are Roman.
Hey, Ira. Is this all you've got? Like, what drives you from the inside?
Well, that's it.
Is
I got I got the outside world driving me from the inside. That's what I got.
The outside world, but I mean, what do you got?
You ever hear that episode with my dad?
No, unfortunately.
That's the reason why I recorded it. Not a lot of people did either. But you know, it's, I figured out in this life, this American life of ours, it's
Well, I mean,
not about necessarily what drives me from the inside, but there's a lot of beauty in the outside that comes to us, and we're not always ready for it. For example, I thought I would have you, Cupid, come here, a demigod, into my WVZ Chicago
go ahead.
studio. It wasn't what I was thinking of, just like how when I first got started in this kind of American life, wasn't how I thought it was going to start. But we can't decide how it ends.
We also can't decide what we love or who we love.
You know? I've interviewed a lot of people in this American life, but never have I met someone who was so wise as you to be able to bring me this kind of information.
Seen a lot of shit, man.